So, hi guys, welcome to another book review. Today we are talking about the volume 5. We are approaching the end of the reviews, and this is the biggest book by far, and probably the wealthiest. Now, so let's dive in. The book is 487 pages long. It is a hardcover book, and it has the 5 here in the cover. That's the only difference from the other ones. And now, First and foremost, we have the punch deal. That's where the book starts from. It was covered in volume 4, about 20 pages or so, but this one really covers it in depth. It's a huge chapter, and it goes through everything. Basically, is punch dealing with scratch marks, edge marks, marked cards as well. Just any way you can in order for you to be able to discern whether you are going to have a good card to keep it to yourself or a bad card to give it away while using the second deal. And it goes through a lot of second deals, the strike and the push off, which are both are going to be used here in this chapter a lot. And it has so many great stuff. I want to show you a demonstration, so let's take a look at it. Okay, there is also even with a little mirror down below on the table for you to be able to see the cards that you're dealing in order if you want to do a second. And there is also with one-way back designs as well. So he doesn't leave anything out, and this is the most complete reference that I have ever heard of regarding the punch deal. If you want to learn how the workings of it and incorporate it within your magic, volume 5 is the best book to visit. I forgot to mention also with the stripper deck. Okay, using the short edges to help to facilitate knowing if this is a high card or low card, etc., etc. So you can do punch dealing. A chapter of false shuffles, a lot of those, a full deck oil of water routine here, and it continues with false shuffling, all types, over the hand, riffle shuffle. It goes over the push through as well. And speaking of shuffles, let's see one great trick from the book, One Shuffle Lady. Let's take a look. And then we have a big chapter about riffle stacking. If I'm not mistaken, it was covered very well in volume 2. However, here, this book is some years later, so there are refinements and improvements as well as variations on stacking everything. And examples, for example, 10-hand poker deal, stacking nicked cards. That's nice. What else? With a key card. For every type of hand, and it keeps going. Big chapter. Now a chapter for slick cards. Slick cards are useless when you're using a bicycle deck, but if you're using a European quality deck, having a slick card will make the deck open up at a specific point, which can be used in many cases A lot of stuff are here, so another not very used principle is included in this book. A funny thing, we need to read also the tips, the gray pages, and in the tips, for example, you have very, very nice ideas. One idea here is, for example, I will read it verbatim. You will find that if you make any 4 aces short cards, these cards will be easily dealt from the bottom of the deck. The straddle grip for the bottom deal is recommended in this case. So just, tips here and there, and you might find a lot of cool ideas from those. Another nice chapter of Marlo with new convincing controls. I mentioned it in volume 3. Here it is again, but this time we're going also for multiple cards. That's one big difference, and different handlings. For example, here I have the 7, and leaving it down, it becomes a 9 of clubs. That's one method here in the first page, but it keeps going with so many. For example, here we have the jack, and we can, it's not a jack anymore, it's changed color, but there's so many things that you can do. Okay, a lot of convincing controls from the side, from a spread call, from a side jog. Yeah, for example, the convincing control from here is, I think, a must watch, because you can grab cards and add them to an already existing packet of cards. Let's say you have 4 aces and you want to add an extra card. This chapter is amazing for that. A lot of solutions for many problems. Now, moving on to a chapter about palming. This one is, I want to mention something. I know 4 out of the 6 books have a palming chapter. There is no repetition. Everything is different for every book. Okay, so this is more ways to palm a card. Just Marlo doesn't really stop, okay, to give you ideas. And then it continues on with palm replacements. One amazing way to palm a card, a bottom palm to the right hand. So you simply square the deck like that, and look, I have the card here, so I can do, for example, a Tenkai palm. I haven't practiced that, otherwise I would have shown you how to do it, but just, an idea, and there's so many. Okay, and then replacing the palm card onto the deck, also palm to palm transfer ideas, not the common ones, but a lot of unique ideas in here, which a lot of those I haven't seen before. And more side stealing. If you have ever read the chapter in the revolutionary card technique, the side steal, this is side steal number 2. Okay, it's a little bit more refined and better ideas. Effect for ace substitutions. Having the 4 aces and 4 cards changing with 4 cards mostly, and a lot from Orlam. Now, the next chapter has a very nice trick, which is the Nelson's card rise. I will put again Bill Malone to do the multiple bluff rise, which is derived from here, so you can see what this trick is about.
Is you can do the multiple bluff rise, okay, by making an ace rise up, and then you make the second ace rise up, then you make the third ace rise up out of the pack, but this time it's wrong. If you give a shake, you can change it to the last ace.
Yeah, and that's it. In the original, the card actually shoots out of the deck if you want to, so this is a possibility as well. So, a lot of ace cutting here. Big chapter for you to cut to the aces. This time, not like the other books, but this is with cream cards, with slick cards, with breather creams, stuff like that. Ways to make the tricks look very good. This type of ace cutting, and also spectator cutting to the aces, and with a bit of your sleight of hand included. So this is another big chapter that it has here. A big chapter on the pass. This time, these passes are very unique. it's, Marlo, had out of the box ideas on how to do the pass. And this chapter is about it. People who love unconventional passes will really appreciate this chapter. Not very big one, but it has like 10 techniques or so. The Marlo zinc switch, which is a famous move by Marlo, it's based on discrepancy that the eye cannot really catch on what's happening. I think you might be interested to see that. And moving on, we have a big chapter of card switches, amazing card switches here. Another chapter on the Card 2 wallet. This is not a gimmicked wallet. This is, there are many different types of wallets, and it explains you how to load the card for depending on what type of wallet you might be having. So again, very specific subject. As I have said in the previous books, Marlo will touch something very specific, which will be if, for example, you are making a trick, you might need it, so it's good to have Marlo. You might have a silly wallet and want to load the card in it. Here you will find the answer. So Marlo is a problem solver. Then another thing, we have a great trick from the Ace of Spades trick, which is a famous Marlo plot. And I'm gonna show you the one that I use more often, but there are other ideas as well here. Let's see the Ace of Spades trick.
Have you ever seen the Ace of Spades trick?
No.
Look, I want you to tell me if this card is the Ace of Spades. Yes or no?
No.
No, that's right. How about this card?
No.
No. How about this one?
No.
How about this one?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the Ace of Spades trick.
And there is also another Ace of Spades trick in that book. For example, the spectator can say somewhere stop anywhere he likes. And let's say we stop here. You ask him if he wants this card or this card. It doesn't matter which one you say because you have the Ace of Spades here. So that's another method without second dealing. There's just many ways here. So yeah, it's a funny trick. Oh, I always get a laugh doing it. So that's the volume 5, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Another advanced book in the series. The biggest one in the series as well. Volume 6 is way smaller. And I hope you guys enjoyed so far. It's been a great lesson for me to, even though I have the PDFs from a long time ago, I still learned a lot of things doing the reviews, and I still don't know all of them, but it's just too much, over 2,000 pages long, all of these books. Now, thank you for watching again, and stay tuned for volume 6. Cheers.